Breathing is one of life's most precious gifts, yet it is also one of the most overlooked. But imagine if every time you took a breath, it felt like a knife was cutting into your lungs. Imagine living in a world where the air was so polluted that simply breathing was a dangerous and painful experience. This was the reality for many Americans in the mid-20th century, as industrialization and rapid economic growth led to widespread air pollution across the country. However, in 1963, a landmark piece of legislation was passed that would change the course of American history and set a new standard for clean air, the Clean Air Act of 1963. The early years, the problem of air pollution. In the early 20th century, America was a rapidly industrializing nation. The growth of cities, transportation, and manufacturing led to a huge increase in air pollution, with devastating consequences for public health. In many cities, the air was thick with smog, soot, and toxic chemicals, causing respiratory problems, heart disease, and other health issues for millions of people. Despite the growing concern about air pollution, there was little being done to address the problem. The concept of environmental regulation was still in its infancy, and many businesses and industries resisted any attempts to limit their activities or reduce emissions. The Clean Air Act of 1963, a new era in environmental protection. In response to growing public concern and scientific evidence of the dangers of air pollution, President John F. Kennedy signed the Clean Air Act into law in December 1963. This historic piece of legislation marked a turning point in the fight against air pollution, establishing the first federal standards for controlling emissions from industry and transportation. The Clean Air Act set a national framework for states to implement and enforce air quality standards, and it provided funding for research and development of new technologies to reduce emissions. The law also established a new federal agency, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, to oversee the implementation of the Clean Air Act and enforce its provisions. The legacy of the Clean Air Act: cleaner air, healthier lives. Over the past 59 years, the Clean Air Act has had a profound impact on the quality of the air we breathe. The law has helped to reduce emissions from industry and transportation, leading to a significant improvement in air quality across the country. This, in turn, has had a positive impact on public health, with fewer cases of respiratory problems, heart disease, and other health issues related to air pollution. The Clean Air Act has also had a major impact on the environment, helping to preserve and protect some of America's most iconic natural landscapes, such as national parks and wilderness areas. The law has also helped to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, making a critical contribution to the fight against global climate change. The future of clean air: continuing the legacy. While the Clean Air Act has achieved much in its more than 50-year history, there is still much work to be done. Air pollution remains a serious problem in many parts of the country, particularly in urban areas. Climate change is also creating new challenges, as rising temperatures and changing weather patterns have a profound impact on air quality. Despite these challenges, the legacy of the Clean Air Act continues to inspire and motivate the next generation of environmental activists and policymakers. The law serves as a testament to the power of collective action and the importance of protecting our natural resources for future generations. Conclusion. Breathing is one of life's most precious gifts, yet it is also one of the most overlooked. But thanks to the Clean Air Act of 1963, millions of Americans now have access to cleaner and healthier air. This landmark piece of legislation set a new standard for environmental protection, establishing federal standards for controlling emissions and providing funding for research and development of new technologies to reduce emissions. The Clean Air Act has had a profound impact on the quality of the air we breathe and the health of our communities, and its legacy continues to inspire and motivate new generations to work towards a cleaner and healthier environment. Let us never forget the power of collective action and the importance of protecting our planet for future generations. That concludes our video. To stay updated on all our new content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Goodbye for now and take care. Thanks for watching.